Yeah.
That's what.
So this is a great game, man.
This is going to be a very fun, interactive, degenerate game. Because it's Legacy, everything has degenerate attached to the
yeah,
to
basically,
deck
or
list.
it should,
It should.
if you're doing it right.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he's saying, please don't cut again.
Yeah.
I actually don't know who's who.
Garrett's on the left.
Oh, okay. So I think Garrett was trying to cut his own deck again, and
Andrew did not want him to do that.
Andrew was like, yeah, so please, that's not a good idea.
Please do not cut.
It's kind of like Dead Ale Guy.
Yeah, so the differences between Dead Guy Ale and traditional
Oh, sorry, Dead Guy Ale, not Dead Ale Guy.
traditional Death and Taxes, and especially this Death and Taxes list with Bob. So Dead Guy Ale was a black and white disruptive deck that played things like Tide Hollow Sculler as well as Bob. You know, it played all these disruptive elements that you do get from black. And I think the lack of Tide Hollow Sculler and similar things like that, like Gatekeeper of Malakir and stuff like that, you don't have anymore. And you're just playing the white, aggressive Stoneforge Mystic Thalia Mother of Runes package instead.
It's really unfortunate how Tide Hollow Sculler has just continuously tanked in value.
Yeah, well, I mean, ever since Mesmeric Fiend was first printed, it's been a card in Legacy, but and then Tide Hollow Sculler continued that. But in recent years, you know, taking something away and then giving it back to them is just not as good as taking something away.
Right, the 2/2 body that it comes with is not strong enough to really do anything in Legacy.
Yeah, to warrant giving the card back. Whereas instead now you just play things like Thoughtseize and just take it for forever. But that's the main difference between Death and Taxes and this.
Okay,
old Dead Guy Ale deck.
Garrett is currently he's seated higher, so he'll be going first. Patrick mulling to 6 on the draw, scrying his top card to see what he keeps.
Big decision here for Patrick, thinking really hard about it.
Patrick keeps everything. Oh, sorry, Patrick's higher seed.
No. This is not game one, probably.
Oh, right. No, it is. Oh, it's 1-1 quarterfinals. I apologize. They're tied.
Yes, this is not the semis. This is still the quarterfinals.
Still the quarters. Seething Song.
So turn 1, Seething Song into, what do we got here? Into a
Worm Coil engine.
Hope you can't deal with it. Don't have a Swords to Plowshares. One time, I have no hand. Go ahead.
Wow. Patrick dropping the mother of all coils on turn 1. And goodbye. Oh, nope. Just Aether Vial Worm Coil looking like an incredibly difficult threat right now.
Yeah, this Worm Coil, I mean, it might go all the way.
Patrick jamming for 6.
I mean, this is if he does not have a Swords to Plowshares, this is a very tough thing to deal with. You know, it could be a thing where you wanted to get out the Aether Vial first. Taking 4 damage or 6 damage here doesn't really do much either way.
Dahlia? No, Stoneforge.
But even then, Stoneforge is going to have to try really hard to do anything against this Worm Coil engine.
I agree, Kevin.
Battleskull really does not help here.
Well, Garrett's primary answer to this is 100% Swords to Plowshare. And if he doesn't have that, he's going to have to throw like 4 to 6 cards at this Worm Coil for it to totally die. Maybe not so much with the Batterskull. Maybe he can get a couple. I mean, he can't even jump block it with it. He just gains the 4. But Patrick's life total is just going to keep going up and up and up. And these Ancient Tombs aren't going to really matter for damage anymore, which is something that Garrett might have counted on in order to.
to close out the game. It's true.
Because as soon as he answers his Worm Coil, it's going to be 100% go time. Oh, Blood Moon?
Could be. Probably a Blood Moon-like effect. Yep,
Magus. There we go. So now Garrett doesn't even have white to flash in the Batterskull. Or to cast swords.
Or to cast Swords to Plowshares. Yeah, this is.
Oh,
this
Patrick's
is looking
very strong right now.
Pretty bad for Garret right now. And it does look like Garret has another Scrubland in hand. So, pretty awkward.
The only
Three mountains.
only way Patrick can like really punt this is if he attacks with this Magus.
Yes.
Otherwise, I foresee Garret having a really, really hard time. Okay, so he's hard casting the sword. That is definitely going to help. I mean,
Not much.
not much though.
Not much.
I mean, Patrick should just attack again with the Worm Coil and let that be the way it wins. Do not forcing the attack with the Magus seems really loose because he can just flash in a Thalia and kill it, and then he's back online with plenty of gas. So he's just going to hit for 6. Chumping with Stoneforge seems
fine. You don't have the white mana to flash in the Batterskull, but you might want to have kept
no. He's
the
flashing.
body for sword,
Flashing in Thalia. Okay,
and it
so
would have happened.
There's
just
the
like
Thalia.
you thought.
Yep. Block the Worm Coil. Gaining 6 more life, putting Patrick at 36. 38.
So now Thalia gets to deal with this Magus anyway. So Thalia is going to get equipped, swing past it, shoot it for 2, draw a card. It's going to be a fun time.
Does Patrick move up? No, he doesn't. Okay, so if he needed to take that Aether Vial up to 3, he just missed his opportunity.
Yeah. So he has more 2-drops. The only relevant 3-drop that he has would be Flicker Wisp, but it would be still very good against the Worm Coil engine right here. At least it would be a fog.
Thalia
So
says,
yeah, shoot that guy.
Shoot.
Draw a card.
Draw a card. Take 4. Patrick drops down to 30. Big whoop. Want to fight about it?
Yeah, right? Not a big deal there. Patrick with a lot of life to play with in this game.
So, Patrick is still all in on this Worm Coil, and it's doing a hell of a job.
Yeah.
Wait, why is Garret at 8? Oh, yeah, he's still at 8. Okay, that's fine.
And Garret has the option to play a Bob right here, which would make a good blocker, but you could also just, pass if you're at Patrick's spot, which is not a good idea. I would probably play.
I mean,
I would
he's
probably still
got a
attack
Bob.
with it.
He's got another Thalia. Is that right?
I cannot tell. It looks like Garret being very close to playing his cards.
He's got the
close to chest.
Batterskull.
Yeah, he still has the Batterskull. So we're gonna see
thinking about
what he
playing something.
wants to do here.
I mean, if he's...
And I think he has a Thoughtseize as well.
he has a Thoughtseize. Well,
And it looks like an Elspeth?
Okay, Bob comes out. He says go.
No, he is not running an Elspeth.
So, if he doesn't have a way to activate Aether Vial, I would have ported down his mountain and then flashed the Bob in with the Aether Vial. I don't know what else he's got in his hand. I think he's got something. Okay, so he is going to use Vial into Containment Priest.
So I'd still block. Well, wow.
No, he's
Wanting a greatness
at any cost.
Greatness at any cost. Also, you can just shoot it with your own sword. So there is that. There's
All right.
an easy way to get rid of Bob.
So he takes 3.
3 in the face.
Okay, so now he gets to tick up the Aether Vial.
Yep, this
and
one's going up.
He's super
Definitely.
excited about that because the Worm Coil engine is not going to hit him for at least another turn. Bob does not
Oh, and
kill
he
him.
draws the sword.
He drew the Sword of
He
Plowshares.
drews the sword.
There you go.
So now
Nice
Flicker
job.
Wisp is both an answer. Was a fog for the Worm Coil, but now it blocks and trades with both of the Worm Coil tokens. So it's looking a little good for Garret. He has a lot of life to chew through. Patrick's is a lot of mana to play with on his turn, but he only has a couple of cards in hand.
With Garret drawing 2 cards a turn and putting the pressure on as hard as Patrick was putting it on when he had it,
Yeah.
he's crashing for 8 a turn.
And drew another Swords to Plowshares, which is very good for him. Can forestall any non-Emrakul shenanigans.
That's right. And he's going to port him on the upkeep on the red.
What started out looking very good for Patrick has now turned into a pretty hard board stall. He's going to have to hope that this Bob goes really hard. Garret might need to kill his own Bob right now.
He can kill it with the sword trigger. That's fine.
Yeah, this turn, though.
I mean, it's not like he needs it. He's doing just fine without it. Yeah. I put Garret at like 90-something% chance to win at this point. all he needed to do was find that Swords to Plowshare and have Patrick brick a few times, and that's exactly what happened.
Yep.
So 6 damage in from both the creatures and the Sword Trigger. Draw a card and damage to Patrick anyways. I don't like this play very much.
He is dead to
Flicker Wisp or
Inferno Titan. Mountain Inferno Titan.
Wow. Garret just giving the window.
Yeah, should have held open the Rishden port for the mountain.
Should have kept with the ports.
I think that was the misplay.
There he is. He sees it. Garrett's burrowing his head, and that is game.
Wow! Inferno Titan coming up big in this mono red deck. Just insane.
The MVP.
Digging him out of holes that other cards would not have dug him out of. Very interesting to see that this Inferno Titan is coming in this big.
Yeah, no, definitely got greedy with the Batterskull. No reason to play that.
Definitely got greedy with the Batterskull.
Once you ride the Death and Taxes train, you need to be porting your opponent every
turn. Yep.
Yep. If you decide to play Death and Taxes in the future, you want to be abusing your ports.
And this was especially a misplay because Garret had his opponent's deck list. He knew that Inferno Titan was in his deck.
He when you're considering what can deal damage to me, right? You need to or what can kill me in this, you need to consider all the outs that he has.
Yeah.
Inferno Titan being one of them. What else? Through the Breach. Emrakul is another one. He
Yeah.
can't play around that one, so that one's fine. What else? He could have. There's a
basically just that any hasty monster that was an Emrakul or any Inferno Titan.
Yeah. Also, I mean, just having the Swords to Plowshares up and being able to swords one of your own guys.
Definitely.
Just having 8 mana
that would have gotten him
whatsoever.
out of that spot as well. You know, the only thing that killed him was the fact that he tapped out. So I think a big misplay from Garret there. But we're seeing this mono red deck come in pretty big, which is great to see. I love fringe combo decks doing well. In this format.
There's something to note: the Batterskull was illegally cast because there was Athalia in play. However, I believe we're not backtracking because the player's already scooped, and in his own shame,